to sit down and we'll move the body a little bit, just move through the body, and then we'll come to do a meditation. So happy meditation day to everybody. My friend sent me a link saying, oh, it's meditation day tomorrow. And I was like, oh, is it? And I looked, it is in England, but in other countries, it's on a different day. So I thought it was World Meditation Day, but I think it's just the UK, and there's a day for everything now. But anyway, I'm going to embrace it as well. So we will do a meditation before the relaxation this evening. So pretty similar, apart from the meditation will be a little bit longer this evening. So just make sure you've got a pillow or a blanket rolled up, something that you can just lift your hips up for towards the end of the practice. So if you need to go and get that, you can now. And we'll just take a moment just to arrive here. So just come to a comfortable seat, whether that's cross-legged. You can do this lying down as well if you want to. We're just going to settle in for a moment. Just allow your hands to be rested wherever is comfortable. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and just tune in. Notice where your body is positioned. So quite often we either sort of tend to lean back or lean forward. I tend to sort of lean forward a little bit, so I do have to shift my weight back slightly. Just find that neutral position. And then we'll just take 3 breaths here in silence. Keeping your eyes closed, gently just bringing the left hand to rest on your heart and your right hand just to rest on your tummy. Allow your shoulders and elbows to be relaxed. So again, just tagging a little bit of weight in those elbows just to drop the shoulders down. Again, inhale, take that length through the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. Take some full nourishing breaths here. Really taking that breath into the hands. Feel that expansion as the hands slightly drift away from each other. And as we exhale, grounding down, the hands start to move towards each other as the tummy contracts back in towards the body. And again, just do 4 more breaths here in silence. Releasing those hands. Again, just notice how you feel. Maybe taking a full breath in here. Exhale, slowly opening your eyes. Excuse me. Rolling over onto hands and knees briefly. So if you've got on a blanket or a cushion, you can put the blanket underneath the knees. Just take the knees wide. And just shift the hips back, reaching forward with the hands and just resting down into an extended child's. As always, if this isn't comfortable, come into a comfortable position. So whether that's seated or puppy posture, just take a moment here. You can have the hands, the palms in contact with the ground. Maybe lifting through the forearms, or feel free to bring the forearms to the ground and really start to relax down here. Breathing into the back of the body. When we come into these different positions, the breath does move through the body in different ways. It almost has a bit more of an easy access into the back of the body here. Especially with the tummy slightly constricted. It allows you to breathe that breath all the way into the back, into the shoulders. Take another breath here. Inhale, gently looking forwards towards the front of your mat. And then slowly, with intention, just start to lift the hips, really slowly moving through here. Feel that transition as you walk the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, or they can be a little bit wider, maybe a little bit further out in front. Coming into our cat and cow here, but feel free to take some organic movement here. So if you want to take some circles with the breath, with that cat and cow intention, but find your own rhythm here. Inhaling and exhaling. If you're taking circles, be sure to take them the other way as well. Maybe you're just moving through that traditional cat and cow. Getting that extension, that expansion, that width through the back. Moving with the breath. One more breath here. And then coming back to our tabletop position. The elbows are going to go down where the hands were or are. So just gently bringing the hands down. Hands are parallel. And then just start to walk your knees back, dropping your head down towards the earth. So just coming into our puppy posture now. The hips are high, forearms are on the ground, palms are on the ground. Really breathing into those shoulders. Allow the tummy to soften. Notice how the body feels in this position. Full breaths. One more breath here. Inhale, push into those hands, maybe lifting the elbows, walk the hands back. And then slowly walking the knees forward towards the hands and then rolling back onto the feet, onto the toes. Just allowing yourself to then come up into a forward fold. So allow the heels to come down to the floor as you start to lift up, coming into a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you want to here. Take the feet a little bit wider if you wish. Maybe just allow the head to hang. The hands can remain in contact with the ground or the legs, or maybe bring one hand to the opposite elbow and same with the other hand. Just take a gentle sway. Then come back to center. Allow the head to be loosened. Take another breath. Conscious breathing. Exhale fully. One more. Breathe in. Breathing out, release, let go, releasing the hands down. Soft knees here, slowly roll up. So chin in towards your chest, rolling up, coming into standing. Just notice how you are here. Full breath. Relax through those shoulders, allow a little bit of weight in those hands, maybe even wiggling the toes, you can close the eyes, just that conscious standing position. Notice the contact with the ground. Bring the hands in front of you, gently opening the eyes, interlace the fingertips, inhale, push the palms away from you. And then just start to lift up through those arms, taking a stretch. You can gently shift the weight from left to right. Inhale here. Exhale, just start to lean the hands over towards the right, hips going towards the left, and then inhale into the left side of the body here. Into that left lung, taking a full breath. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale again, push those hands away. Try not to force, just a gentle push. Exhale, hands come to the left. Gentle bump the hips to the right. And again, inhale here. All the way into the right side, that right lung, take a full breath. Exhaling here. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, release those hands down. Just coming into the center of your mat, just walk the feet wide. So we're coming into postures in a really slow, mindful way. We're not coming into the full postures, we're taking it easy. Toes turning out, heels in. Just bring your arms gently up to shoulder height and then flip the palms so they're facing forward and your elbows are bent. Inhale here, slightly bringing those hands back. Exhale, just bend through your knees. So we're not bending down really low, just a soft bend in the knees. Don't have to come high. So we're not trying to really build that strength in the legs. We're coming to this powerful goddess pose. Connecting the top energy and the bottom energy, so that groundedness and that lightness together. One more breath here. Inhale, straighten through the legs, reach through the arms, fingertips reach. Exhale, just allow the hands to come back down by your side. Slowly make your way to the front of the mat. So really slow in your movement, slow with the placing of the feet, everything today, that real connection. Invite that Ujjayi breath. Victorious breath in. One more breath here. Exhale fully. Inhale, take the arms left to right. Really reaching through those. If you want to look up towards the hands, you can. Maybe just keep the gaze out in front. Exhale, soften through the knees. Rain those fingertips all the way down towards the floor. Again, coming into a forward fold, bend the knees here. Take a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe bringing the hands all the way to the thighs. Roll those shoulders back. Open up. Exhale, soften down. Bringing the hands to the floor. Gently just step that left foot back and lower that left knee down to the ground. Inhale, reaching up through the hands. Bring the top of the back foot to the ground. Crescent lunge here. So again, really mindfully coming in. Feel free if you want to drop the hips down here, you can, or you can find that midway. Navel draws in. Just take a breath. Find softness in the elbows, softness in the shoulders. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift that back leg and then just step it in slightly towards the front, both toes facing forwards. Inhale here onto your fingertips. Start to straighten through the legs. You can bring your hands even to rest on that front shin. Exhale, we're doing a pyramid pose, but halfway here. So feel free, if you want to come down into the full pose, you can, with chest coming down towards the leg, or maybe resting hands on the shin. If they've reached the floor, you can bring them to the floor. You can have a soft bend in the knees. Just find a position that works for you. Find that breath. Exhale, release. Hands come down to the floor. Step that left foot back again. Lower that left knee. Again, inhale into that crescent lunge. Reach the hands up. Front knee is bent. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Inhale, just lift that back knee and then step the left foot forward to meet the right. Forward fold. Releasing the head towards the floor. Feel free, if you want to straighten through the legs, do, or keep those knees bent this evening. Your choice. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe hands coming up to the thighs. Navel draws in. Exhale, soft roll down. Inhale, reach the arms left to right. Move really slow, almost like you're moving through water. Hands coming all the way up. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. Gently just going on to the other side. So just inhale, reach those hands up. Exhale, hands come forward, maybe with the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Really move with the breath. Deep flowing breaths here through everything we're doing. From here, we're going to step the right foot back. Lower right knee, come onto the top of that right foot. Inhale, sweep the arms left to right. Reach those arms up, soft through the shoulders. Take a breath. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Again, just stepping that right foot in slightly towards the front. So we're coming back into this pyramid pose. Inhale, straightening through both legs as much as is comfortable. And then exhale, just soften. Again, feel free, if you want to really fold over that front leg, you can do. Just find what works for you in your body this evening. Just really listen to your body. Really edging towards that softness. Exhale, bend through that front knee. Look forward slightly, step that right foot back again, lower that right knee, come onto the top of that foot, and then inhale, crescent lunge again, just reaching those arms up. Full breath here. Exhale, hands come down to the earth, framing that foot. From here, we're going to rock that right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Allow your head to hang here, taking a breath. Soften through the knees, soften through the face, and really allow every part of you to be gentle and soft. Another breath. On your next inhale, slowly rolling up to halfway lift. Maybe bending the knees a little bit more here, sinking those hips back. Exhale, folding back down. Hands come out left to right. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just pause, just notice how those Few movements, just invite a little bit of energy and hopefully a real sense of calm into the body and the mind. Lovely. Feel free to stay at the front of your mat if you want to. I'm just going to gently turn to the side. From here, allow there to be space in between your feet. Inhale again, reach those arms up, and this time just imagine that you have the universe in your hands. So take the arms a little bit wider, creating like that circular shape. So the universe is yours, it's ours. Aim big. So whatever those things in life that perhaps we put on hold, remember the universe is for us all. If you want something bad enough, you can create it, you can make it happen. Keeping the arms wide, just like we did before with the hands interlaced. We're going to inhale, exhale, just tilting over towards the right. Wide arms here. Legs or hips, sorry, going towards the left. Arms staying wide. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale, coming back through center. Inhale again, just reaching with those arms. Keeping them nice and wide. Holding that universe. Exhale to the left. Bumping the hips to the right. Full breath. Inhaling again. Exhale, come back through center. Inhale, this time really reach, embrace, maybe reach back with the arms slightly with the elbows, opening up through the chest. Exhale, hands come back gently at the heart. Just notice how the shoulders feel. Notice that energy that's created in the upper part of the body. And again, just bringing your feet wide on your mat, toes turned out. Take a moment to arrive here. Breathe deep. Exhaling fully. Inhale, just take the arms left to right, reaching up above the head. Arms are wide, coming into this star pose. Again, full breath here. Notice how the body moves, how the body's trying to balance in this pose also. One more breath. Maybe close the eyes. Exhale, bending the elbows. Start to bend the knees. Again, just coming into a goddess pose, not coming down low, keeping it high. Roll those shoulders back, maybe opening up through the chest. Full breath. Breathing into the body. Imagine you're taking that breath, that energy up through the feet, through the roots, through your pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. Just start to straighten through those legs. Pause, take a breath. From here, just turn the toes in slightly and walk the feet a little bit wider. Just coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Bringing the hands to rest on your hips. If you want a bit more of a chest opener, a bit more of a back bend, feel free to bring those elbows back towards the back of the room. Maybe you just keep the elbows wide, your choice. Inhale here. Exhale, soften slightly through the knees, folding at the waist. The hips start to lean back slightly as you slowly, really slowly, take a breath or two to move into our wide-legged fold. Notice the muscles that are working through the body. When you arrive here, feel free to keep your hands on your hips if you want to. Or maybe you release the hands down really slow transition into a forward fold. In this forward fold, we are going to take 5 breaths. So get comfortable, find a way for you to soften and relax through the head. Maybe just take a few movements in the head. Hands to be placed wherever is comfortable. So don't worry too much about finding that comfort, and then find that breath. Invite it in. Three more breaths. Last one. Gently coming up onto the fingertips, slowly moving through. Turn your left toes now towards the front, towards the back of your mat. Your right toes start to pivot round also. So you're now facing the back of your mat, and then lower your right knee to the floor. Just like we did a moment ago at the start, come to the top of the back foot. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take a breath. Inhaling again, maybe a slight smile to yourself. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Inhale, lifting that back knee, this time walking the feet round through center. For a breath in our wide fold again. And then inhale, slowly walking the hands back towards the front of the mat. So that right foot pivots forward, the back foot pivots round. So you're like in this runner's lunge, but then lower that left knee, come to the top of that left foot. Again, inhale, reach those arms up. Full breath. Inhale again. This time we'll exhale, we'll bring the hands down to the floor. Keep that left knee where it is, and just gently stepping that right knee back in line with the left. Maybe the knees come together, coming back into a child's pose, shifting the hips back. If you want to take a wide child's do, or a puppy posture, your choice here. Maybe you bring the hands all the way back, flipping onto the top of the hands and rolling through the spine, coming into Balasana. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale slowly. Make your way up, so just rolling up gently. Just shift the hips to one side, the legs to one side, rolling over. Feel free if you want to place a blanket or a pillow under the head, you can. Just come down to your back, down to the floor, keeping those knees bent for a moment, and then just bring your arms out left to right at shoulder height, so we're not coming too high. My palms are facing down, just reaching with those hands, and then just rest. Slowly bringing the left knee in towards the chest, then the right knee in towards the chest, keeping the hands on the floor, so using those tummy muscles gently just to bring the knees in. They don't have to come far, it's just lifting the feet off the floor. Close your eyes here if you want to. On your next exhale, just allowing your knees to fall towards the left side. Take your time. And then gently turning your head towards the right, trying to keep that right shoulder on the ground. Taking a couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, gently moving those knees back up to center. So using the hands to help gently on the floor and those tummy muscles, and then just slowly, again, like you're moving through water, allow your knees to fall towards the right side and your head towards the left. Just rest here, taking a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, gently bringing those knees back through center, and then releasing one foot to the floor and the other. Bringing your hands in down by your side, resting by your hips. Just one bridge pose here. And we're going to move really gently, okay, really mindfully here. So hands by your hips. On your next breath in, just rolling through the spine, and then just start to lift. And don't have to come high. Holding bridge for 3 breaths. And my hips are literally just off the floor. I'm not pushing into it too far. Just breathe. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering the hips. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees come wide. Coming back to that position where we started with the hands, so left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. And here we're going to take 5 breaths. Allow your arms, your shoulders and your knees to soften. One more breath. Your eyes closed. Gently just open them slowly, just peeping through the eyes. Just start to bring the knees back together. So maybe bringing the hands on the outside of the thighs. Bringing the knees into the chest. Give your knees a little bit of a squeeze. And then gently rolling over onto one side. To then bring you back up to a seat. Don't worry, we will be going back down onto our backs again for a nice relaxation. Just coming into a seat, having a pillow underneath your hips, just to give you a little bit of height. A nicer position sometimes for meditation just helps with that length through the spine without having to use those muscles too much. So some of you, if you've been to a session with me in person, you might have done this meditation with me. The meditation is a Kundalini meditation, or a Kriya. And a Kriya basically is an action or a tradition that possibly changes the effects of our body and how we feel. This practice, this meditation, is really good when perhaps we need to move things along, when perhaps you feel a little bit stuck in maybe a thought pattern or behaviours, or when you just need that change, clarity, maybe energy to do the things on our wish list that perhaps we've been putting to one side. So this meditation is called Satanama, okay? And there are hand movements in this meditation. And the hand movements represent a full cycle, whether it be a full cycle of your breath, or a day, or a life, or a journey through maybe some traumatic experiences. You know, there is a cycle, it gets harder, and then perhaps there is that ease, and then there's that new life again. So with the meditation, we sit here with our palms facing up. I'll just talk you through it and then we'll get on. So with the thumb and the index finger with palms facing up, when we make the S sound, we bring our index finger and thumb together, okay? Then T is our middle finger and thumb, and then the N sound is our ring finger and thumb, and then our pinky finger and thumb is the Ma, okay? Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa is like the birth, the beginning of something, so it could be a new chapter in your life, a new relationship, a new job, a new birth, okay? The T sound represents living the life, okay, so the complexities of life, sometimes the messy bits of life where we just sort of mull along, okay. And then the N is the end of life, and that could be the end of a job, maybe the end of a relationship, an end of a certain chapter in your life, and also the end of life. And then the Ma symbolises rebirth, okay, so that regeneration, that resurrection of that, maybe that passion inside you to start something new. And hence, that is the full cycle, so we go back to the Sa, where the cycle begins again. So we'll bring our hands resting on our thighs, okay, we'll start by saying Sa, ta, na, ma. Then we will whisper it, and then we will do it in silence. And then we bring it back with the whisper, and then we will say it, and then we finish by pausing, okay? So we will make a start. Feel free to close your eyes. Maybe just have a play with those fingers first of all. Finger, ring finger, pinky, and then back to the start with the index finger and thumb. Okay, ready? Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Keep breathing through this lovely meditation. We will begin. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, ta, na, sa, Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Just pause here. Allow your hands to be open. Keeping your eyes closed. Just take a couple of conscious breaths here. If thoughts come in, just acknowledge them. Almost like a cloud, just drifting by. So it's okay to have those thoughts. Just bring it back to your breath. Keeping your eyes closed, just turn your palms so they face down on your legs now. And again, just take a couple of breaths here. Notice how you feel. So the sa, ta, na, ma meditation is a really nice one to start practicing a meditation with, because it gives you something to focus on whilst you're sitting. And if you do no other meditation but that, you will see some greatness within yourself. And so it invites that full cycle. Knowing that things change. Sometimes we have to go along with them also. And if you don't like how things are planning out, maybe it's the end of that chapter. To create something new. Maybe keeping your eyes closed here. Just gently bring your hands to your heart. Breathing into your hands, to your thumbs gently placed, maybe against the sternum. Take a couple of breaths. From here, we're going to come down to lie on our backs. Feel free to keep the eyes closed if you want to, or maybe you open them to grab yourself a pillow and a blanket. Whatever you need to do, just take your time. Maybe putting a cushion underneath your knees. Feel free, you can stay seated. And this evening's session, when we finish at the end, I'm going to straight away turn off the video, turn off the recording. If you need to talk to me, feel free to message me. But I just would like it to be a way that we can either just stay here in our Shavasana as much as we want to, or perhaps just going on with our evening. I think it's a nice way to keep in the zone. So hopefully you've managed to come down to the mat, get a little bit comfy, relaxing through the elbows, through the wrists, through the hands. And again, you decide where you're most comfortable. So decide where you want your hands placed. Maybe you come back to that left hand on the heart and the right on the belly. Whatever works for you this evening to be comfortable. And when you think you've arrived, I want you to truly arrive. Just notice your feet. Is there a way that you can just soften? Quite often we still hold through the feet and the ankles and the legs. Maybe just a gentle wiggle of the toes, a bit of movement in the foot, just to allow it to soften. Allowing the front of the body to rest, to really start to drop back towards the back of the body. Allowing you this time to just be here. Again, those thoughts will come in. They naturally do, and that's okay. Again, just gently acknowledge them. Acknowledge that they're there, let them go. Bring it back to the breath. And each time a thought comes in, do the same. Acknowledge it, let it go, come back to the breath. Our beautiful breath. We naturally breathe every day. If we didn't, we wouldn't be here. But it's when we start to consciously breathe, when we bring our awareness to our breath, the magic happens, that we can really use that breath to help us. To calm the mind, to calm the body, to rest and restore. But other times we can use the breath to bring that energy into the body. This evening, use that breath to rest and restore. Just like a trickle of water slowly going through your whole body, through your muscles, tendons, the fascia, the blood flow, capillaries, veins. Our amazing bodies. Spend a few moments to have that awareness of the breath. And then go back to your natural breathing. It would have naturally lengthened anyway. Maybe just dropping that intention there with the breath. Just relax, relax into this position. Here we will remain in silence until the end. But I will close the practice before I switch off, so don't worry. Just take some time here. Time for you. here for as long as you want to. As long as you allow and time allows. From here, I will then practice just by gently bringing my hands together. Bring them up to my third eye. From me to you. Have the most wonderful evening. Enjoy Shavasana if you decide to stay here. Namaste.